everyone, it's Danica and welcome back to the Writing Nook. Today we are in my parents' newly refinished deck, my absolute new favorite place to be. I'm hoping that the sound is not too loud from the nature around where we live and that you're gonna be able to hear this video, but only time will tell. So hello! It has been an extraordinarily long time since we have chatted, and I just wanted to pop on here and just kind of catch you guys up on the large amount of life that has happened to me since we last spoke. So settle in and let's get started. Let's start where we left off. On my last video, I was telling you about how I was getting ready for Camp Nano, July Camp Nano. So let's rewind back to the beginning of July and talk about what I was doing. Surprise, surprise you all, I won July Camp Nano. I took a very relaxed approach. In July, I did a lot of traveling with a lot of the restrictions opening up, having been vaccinated for a while. I was doing some traveling to see some folks who I haven't seen since the beginning of the pandemic. So for most of July, I was kind of on the go, especially on my weekends. I knew going into July Camp Nano that if I wanted to do some sort of goal, it needed to be something that was going to be realistic and help with what I felt like was a slow, creative stifling. I couldn't really put a finger on why I was feeling this way, but I just felt like my creativity was draining. When I was crafting my goal for Camp Nano, I knew it needed to be really flexible and it needed to be something that was really regenerative for me. So I came up with the idea of 30 days of refilling the creative well. Yes, I am aware that July has more than 30 days. No, I was not aware of that when I was making the goal. Just roll with it. So instead of having a word count goal or even a time-related goal for how much writing I was doing in July, I decided to expand the scope of creative things that would count. I wanted to spend 1 hour a day refilling my creative well. And for me, that could mean one of 3 different activities. So first, if I felt inspired, I was welcome to write. I could spend that time writing or brainstorming. If I wasn't really feeling writing or I was feeling like I was just tapped out and drained, I had 2 other options. One was to go on a walk. Literally just get out of my house and move. I was finding that I was getting so stuck in feeling like there were all these things I needed to do that I was really neglecting what I needed. I knew that even if I'm not actually writing, getting out and moving was going to be a step towards writing. And the third option that I had was literally to just sit out here in our lovely backyard and be with nature. Oftentimes, like not 1 hour straight, but I would take like 15-minute chunks throughout the day. So for both of these last 2 activities, for walking or sitting outside, I had a rule that I could not listen to anything during those activities. No music, no audiobooks, no podcasts, no nothing. And I did this because I was finding that I felt overstimulated. Before Camp Nano, I had kind of gotten stuck into this rut of the kind of toxic productivity, of feeling like if I wasn't spending every waking moment moving towards one of my goals, then I was just wasting that time. So over the course of July, I was able to spend this hour a day every single day. On the days that I was traveling, I counted pretty much just for free. And at the end of Camp Nano, the biggest thing that I learned was that I need white space in my life. My brain needs that moment of not taking in any stimulus and not trying to give anything out in order to center and settle and then come forth and be creative. I found that the longer I was able to spend just not forcing my brain to do anything, the better I was able to come up with new ideas for my stories or come up with new ideas for all the other creative projects that I'm working on, or just be more productive in general at my 9 to 5 or just regular adulting things that I needed to do throughout the month. With all my traveling, I found I was able to be more present with the friends that I was seeing and enjoy the places that I was at more because I didn't feel this constant looming pressure to be doing something to move myself towards the goal, and gave myself permission to just be, and that just being could just be enough. That can be a goal in and of itself. So that is the main reason why I didn't make any videos during Camp Nano. I did end up making a video with Lovis Geyer and Caitlin Ergo, which I will link down below, which was a fun little mid-nano check-in where I talked a little bit about this goal and how it was going. So if you're interested to hear my thoughts during July, definitely go check out Lovis's video. But I didn't make any YouTube videos because I really barely had that 1 hour a day to give myself white space. I just gave myself a blanket pad. pass on not needing to make YouTube videos, not needing to feel guilty about it, and instead spending that time pouring back into myself so that I can come back to this platform more full, more whole, and be able to give you guys content that I am really proud of and is hopefully really fun, entertaining, and beneficial for you. However, also in the month of July, I had a lot of personal things happen. I'm fully vaccinated, but I came down with a breakthrough case of COVID-19 with a friend of mine who is also fully vaccinated, and I needed to extend my trip by a little bit over a week, and we quarantined. Even though my symptoms were thankfully super mild, it's just really scary. Sorry, it is my birthday, so we just had my birthday lunch, but I'm back. I'm gonna try and finish this video because this furniture is literally leaving right now. Let's hurry this up. Well, I hope I finished my thought before this. Basically, in the month of August, I came back from my extended trip because of my illness. Honestly, since the beginning of this month, I have been in kind of a writing slump. I really haven't spent that much time on my story or writing much in general, but a big part of that is intentional. Right now in my life, I'm very much in a transition phase. I am plotting, planning, trying to figure out what the next year of my life is going to look like amongst many different options. And so I've been putting most of my extra time to reflect on this last year and what I've done, and trying to really get introspective about what exactly it is that I want to do in the future. That sort of introspection and planning has been my #1 priority, and writing and YouTube has had to take a back seat to that. I've been doing a lot of a different type of writing. Journaling. I've actually recently been really getting into Notion, and I think it would be really fun at some point to do a video walking you through the system that I've created in my Notion and how I'm using it for journaling, for self-reflection. But so I've been journaling every day in the mornings and the evenings, and then I've been spending the rest of my free time kind of doing research on the different options that I have, just trying to help myself make the pros and cons lists that I need in order to decide. But all of that is to say, that is the main reason why I haven't been making YouTube recently. So you guys are all now kind of caught up on what has been happening over the last 2 months since I have seen you last. So kind of what can you expect moving forward? I will continue to be doing live streams with my friends all across authortube on this channel and other channels, so definitely keep an eye out for me there. I also hope to be putting up more vlogs with my writing, as I have been starting writing a little bit more recently, and I have some big plans for my story. And I also just have some really fun ideas for some sit-down chatty videos that I would like to put out some of my thoughts on various topics for you guys and see what you guys think in return. So I have lots of video ideas. The main limiting factor here is really just the amount of time that I have to execute them, but isn't that the eternal struggle? I currently do not have a schedule for my YouTube channel. I have in fact never had a schedule, and that's largely because just the season of life that I'm in right now doesn't support having regular content up on this channel yet. However, I expect in the very near future to start getting a little bit more certainty in my schedule and in my life. Hopefully at that point, I will be able to start making a lot more regular content for you guys, which I'm very, very excited about. But regardless, I am so glad that each and every one of you is here. I want to say that I really value you, and I'm so happy for all of the folks who have come to hang out with me and come along on my writing journey. So in the very near future, I am going to have a live stream on this channel with my friend Kelly Ty. I'll put all the links down below, but definitely come hang out with us. Leave me a comment down below and let me know how you have been doing in these last 2 months. How is your writing going? Are you in a little bit of a writing slump like me, or have you been able to get a lot done? Is anyone else going through a big transition in their life, and do you have any suggestions for the ways that you've been sifting through options? We can talk and commiserate in the comments down below. And with that, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all right back here in the Writing Nook very soon. Bye. Hello. How do I describe what I did? Cool. All right. I think that's a wrap.